10 moments you wouldn't believe if not filmed. In a world of social media and smartphones, anything caught on film can be seen around the globe. Aren't we lucky that on a bad day, all we have to do is reach for our devices and see adorable kitten videos made from a stranger's home? But let's forget about the bad days. Sometimes our curiosity gets the best of us and we want to see the unbelievable. Other times, we're simply scrolling through social media and something in the news makes our jaws drop. From astonishing stories to amazing acts of nature, here are 10 moments you wouldn't believe if not caught on film. Raccoons run amok. While the global coronavirus pandemic mandated humankind to stay in place in the shelter of their homes, the animals took notice. Animals of all sorts took to the empty streets in cities and towns. They began roaming empty human quarters in national parks and swimming in decongested waterways. They found new places to explore for food and shelter, sleep, play, and even mate. One particular species seemed to not only take notice of the now much quieter mankind, they now seem to believe that we're not as tough as they thought. The raccoons have run amok. From the White House to the parks, raccoons have been captured on film harassing White House reporters and daring visitors in parks. CNN's senior correspondent, Joe Johns, was approached by a raccoon, tugging on his pant leg. He was captured on film throwing a step stool at another curious visitor in an attempt to shoo him away. CBS's White House reporter, Paula Reed, also reported that raccoons had attacked multiple news crews on the North Lawn. In another face-off with the masked bandits, Marcus Stoke was walking his dog with his son in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park when they came across a herd of 14 raccoons and a coyote. The incident was bizarre, especially because it occurred during the day, and raccoons are typically nocturnal animals. Upside down waterfall. When Storm Ciara hit Scotland, many people were left stranded due to public transport being shut down. But Derek Fable was out and about in Campsie Fells in Scotland, where waterfall Jenny's Lum resides. Jenny's Lum is a waterfall that typically flows the same as any waterfall does, with gravity pulling it downward. But due to the high winds of Storm Ciara, the water on Jenny's Lum was blown in reverse and bursting in the air. This captured is a closer resemblance to steam screeching out of a teapot as opposed to water flowing out of the nearby water faucet. Dirty thunderstorm. Nature can be beautiful and at the same time destructive. Not much can hold a candle at the awe-inspiring scenes that nature performs. Her unbelievable acts include magnificent flashes of lightning across the sky, to the earth spouting out some of her middle layers from a volcano, and sometimes, unexplainably, the two are mixed together to form what is called a dirty thunderstorm. Scientists speculate that the phenomenon occurs due to particles and rocks colliding, creating static charges. When the volcano erupts, a cloud plumes to the air and a magnificent display of lightning bursts within it. Though dirty thunderstorms are rare, when the Sakurajima volcano on the Japanese island of Kishu erupts, the wonder happens frequently. A volcano filmmaker captured footage of Sakurajima's sensational display. The volcano has been erupting since 1955, and visitors are cautioned because experts surmise a large eruption is on the horizon. The Joplin Tornado. In May 2011, the town of Joplin in the state of Missouri was struck by the most devastating tornado since 1947. Since camcorders did not exist in 1947, and they did in 2011, some courageous tornado hunters tracked the tornado down for the world to see. The team recorded the tornado as it hit the southwest side of town on May 22nd. The tornado grew larger and stronger at an incredible rate. It traveled eastward, destroying businesses and homes with winds that increased to an estimated 225 to 250 miles per hour. The base hunters team, which consisted of Kevin Rolfs, Colt Forney, Scott Peak, and Isaac Pato, helped with the search and rescue and transported victims to the hospital. Angel Cloud. On a brighter note, Corey Huron of South Carolina was driving in his car when he looked out his window and noticed something stunning in the sky. Hovering above, a cloud in the shape of an angel peered down upon the town. Corey couldn't believe his eyes and got out his camera before the cloud had a chance to waft away. He got 4 minutes of footage of the cloud and posted it to Facebook Live video, where it quickly went viral. He was swept with messages from people all over the world who drew inspiration from the video. Miami cannibal attack. We can't make a list of moments you wouldn't believe if they hadn't been filmed without good old-fashioned surveillance footage. But be warned, folks, these videos are not the cute and furry, yet annoying animal kind or footage captured in nature. They are videos of what these cameras were made for: security. That said, let's begin with the cannibalistic attack caught on camera in Miami, Florida. In May of 2012, a surveillance camera recorded Rudy Eugene attack homeless man Ronald Poppo. Eugene crossed the MacArthur Causeway on foot, removing his clothing as he went. He came across Ronald Poppo, who was sleeping under a Miami Metro mover. Eugene attacked him, removing his pants and biting his face. When a cyclist passing by witnessed the scene, he called the authorities. When Officer Jose Ramirez arrived, he was visibly startled by the scene and shouted for Eugene to desist. Eugene was reported to have growled at Officer Ramirez and continued biting the victim. The incident ended with Officer Ramirez fatally shooting Eugene. Poppo's face was maimed, and he was admitted into the hospital in critical condition. He lost his nose and eyebrows, and some of his forehead and cheek. He was allowed to take up residence at the medical facility permanently. Twin sisters run into traffic. In May 2008, twins Ursula and Sabina Eriksson from Sweden were traveling to the UK. They boarded a bus headed to London, but were not allowed back on after the bus stopped at a service station on the M6 motorway because they were behaving suspiciously. On that same day, a reality show crew was shadowing the police on the M6 motorway and got a dose of reality they were not expecting. Surveillance footage caught the twins climbing over the motorway's guardrail and running into traffic. There was inevitable disorder as cars tried not to hit them, but the twins were hit by the speeding cars, yet survived. The crew filmed as the paramedics and police came to aid on the scene, and things got worse. Ursula ran back into speeding traffic after getting out of the grip of an officer and was hit by a car, this time getting seriously injured on her legs. Then right behind her, Sabina ran into traffic, was hit by a car, and flung into the air before hitting the ground. She got up and ran through traffic again. They both survived and were unwillingly taken to the hospital. Although Ursula was sent to a mental hospital for 3 months, Sabina was released and within a day stabbed the man to death. It is speculated that the twins shared a psychotic episode. Tiger attacks. When a couple was driving through Beijing's wildlife park, they captured the moment a tiger approached their vehicle, ripped off the bumper, and carried it to the nearby trees to either play with it or attempt to devour it. The couple watched as the tiger walked away with a piece of their vehicle, shocked but able to see the humor in the situation. The wildlife park permits visitors to observe wildlife in the safety of their cars and are prohibited from leaving their vehicles. Although on a previous occasion in the same wildlife park, a woman was mauled and killed by a tiger. The incident was caught on film and begins with the woman leaving the front passenger side of the vehicle and walking over to the driver's side. As she stands at the door, she is attacked by a tiger who drags her off. The husband and mother who were in the car went to her aid. The woman caught on camera in the attack was injured, and her mother, who went to save her child, was killed. The husband was not injured, and their child, who was also in the car, remained unharmed. Orcas attacking boats. Killer whales off the coast of Spain have had enough of sailors and their vessels. It is speculated that the orcas have suffered injuries due to boats and have exacted revenge. A Spanish naval yacht was attacked by at least 3 orcas and lost part of its rudder. Boats traveling in the area were rammed by orcas as well. Grimmy Walker's boat was attacked by orcas who grabbed the rudder and shook the boat from side to side. Authorities banned small crafts from traveling in the area off the northwest coast of Spain for the time being in September 2020. Sea lions sink a boat. While Josh Phillips was flying in the Eld Inlet in Olympia, Washington with friends, he spotted what appeared to be a boat sinking. As they approached the boat, they saw that 2 giant Steller sea lions were relaxing on board, causing it to sink. In separate video footage, a 3rd sea lion is circling the boat in hopes to join the 2 on board, but alas, there is no room for another guest. In the end, the vessel could not carry the weight of its unexpected tenants and sank. I hope you enjoyed this episode of 10 moments you wouldn't believe if not filmed. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be sure not to miss all of our latest videos.